Good afternoon, one and all. And Rob here, and just breaking through the news wires within the last hour or two. Tiger Woods involved in a single car accident. Single car accident. Um, it's right off the coast. What's up? Right off the coast of California. Right. I mean, within a mile and a half, 2 miles of the ocean. Tiger Woods involved in a single car accident. We don't know the speed or anything, but we know it's multiple injuries to his legs, and they had to cut him out with the jaws of life. Had to cut him out with the jaws of life. Um, the car is probably 50 feet off the road. It is a mess, to say the least. A mess. Um, he the car is in 20 pieces. It flipped multiple times. Guys. It did not only flip one time. This car is 50 feet off the highway. It's so we don't know how many times exactly, but it took he took a brunt of this injury. And if you look at the car carefully. It broke glass out, but it really did not give a lot. We don't know if he's drinking. We don't know if any medication was involved. We do know he had surgery only a little less than 2 weeks ago on his back. So I don't know if painkillers or anything like that's involved. We do not know that. We do know he's in surgery right now. This happened at 10:12 this morning. So we're talking almost 6 hours ago. There's a good chance he could be out of surgery by now. And the crazy part is he had to have been going a pretty good clip. The car crossed the road. It had like bushes and stuff in the middle, and he crossed that. So we're talking, you can see where he starts losing control of the vehicle. It's nuts. It's crazy. We will see what happens. We will see what's happening there. He was either racing, going too fast, or something medically happened, I think. I don't think this is a normal driving down the road and trying to avoid somebody wrecking. It doesn't look it. It went too far. The car, it's a damn mess. It is a mess. But like I say, you can tell the type of car it is, a sports car and all. And all it looked like it did mostly is break windows. And that's not a good sign. Because if a car didn't take any of the impact, then his legs took all the impact. And with multiple leg injuries, I will show you guys right now if I can. Let me open this up as much as I can to the screen here. Let me show you guys. There's his car right there. Okay, there's wires and stuff. All right, let's start this. Now, they're going to show you just how far he went riding. I mean, look at that. I mean, let's stop it right there. I mean, that car is a good ways off the road right there. So if he was flipping there, that's depending on how fast he was and if those bushes stopped him, minimum two flips. Now, let's also show you where he was coming from. He was coming up the highway. So he crossed right there. He was not supposed to be going that way. And you can see the black marks. There's black marks there. That, and that's not a short black mark. 60, 70 miles an hour, probably. I'm thinking at least that. I mean, even where right there where he cut the dirt up and everything, that's where he crosses. He crosses right there. So it's, from the start of the incident, from where he starts crossing over into the left lane, hell, it's still a couple of 300 feet. It's more than one football field. It's probably 2 or 3 football fields. And then, oh yeah, they showed the car earlier here. The jaws of life is something they don't play around with. When they got to extricate you with the jaws of life, I'll show you a close-up photo of that car. I'll show you a real close-up shot of the car. I'm finding it right now. All right. Here it is. I mean, check it out. See? And the problem is, yeah, the front end took a lot of damage, but the sides, going side to side and stuff like it just didn't. It just didn't take a lot of crunch. I mean, that car should be smushed. And the front end of it, the engine part, if a firewall caved in, who knows what's happened with his legs. And they rarely have to use, they don't have to use the jaws. We were in a car accident, me and my brother, in 85 in a Chevette. And I wrapped the car around a tree. And they didn't have to use the jaws of life to remove us. We were lucky. But this tells me that his legs, especially when they put him in surgery, and they didn't even consider, that this tells me that it's a good chance that he has serious broken legs. That's not something, thank you, sir. That's something you don't get over with. A broken leg, that's a 6-month situation there. That's not a 3-week thing. If you break your leg, and if he has multiple breaks, it's sad to say, but he probably will never play competitive golf again. He's 45 years old, I think. Is that what we said? 45? I think it said 45. Yeah, I think. How old's Tiger Woods? 45. And younger guys are coming out playing every day. I mean, let's that's just the way it is. Did he try and kill himself? I don't think so. I don't think this is nothing like that. I mean, you've got big times where he could just fall off of cliffs out there. They got cliffs out there. If he was actually trying to kill himself, this was not the place to do that. The car had to be actually a tough car too to be driving. No doubt about that. But it, for the pieces to start falling apart like that, and it was at 7:00 this morning. What's up, Kevin? We don't know the latest, but we do know the trek that his car took. We'll show you that in a second. Just showed the room that just a minute ago. I'll show you too. Yeah. when I broke my legs, they didn't have to surgically fix it. This is being surgically repaired. Okay. Yeah. And he just had back surgery 2 weeks ago. What do you think that back's feeling like now? You know? I will be very surprised if he ever plays competitive golf on the PGA Tour again. He may be able to one day play senior golf. But if he ever plays competitively again on the regular tour, I'll be really surprised. Really will be. And this guy's the most fit guy on the tour. He is a legend as far as going out, working out all the time. But he's had his let's show the car again. He's had his problems with women, marriage, and alcohol. He's had his struggles in the past, and to know that and look how far that car is off the road. They're going to show it in a second. You can tell right there where they had to actually cut the car apart. Split, because that's not a van, guys. It looks like it's a huge car, but it's really not. And it's a good chance he was on some sort of prescription stuff, since his back surgery was only 2 weeks ago rather. Now you can see the distance he was off the road right there, okay? But in a minute they go, all right, now they go take us up the road. Now, he was not traveling on the top lane. He was traveling closest to the red line and crossed over. So he's facing traffic when he's in this lane. And there are black marks everywhere. Black marks everywhere right there. You don't make black marks going 5 miles an hour. You don't make black marks going 20 miles an hour. And then right here is where they think he actually crossed the road at right here. You can see where he tore the pebbles and rocks up going across. So that's a ways. And so he was crossing the road 400 or 500 feet. He's facing traffic. Could have hit a car, but he didn't. And then there was a single car accident. Maybe he fell asleep at the wheel. We don't know. We do not know. But they're saying they're made aware of what happened. Have not heard anything back. And actually now they're showing the road even more. Oh, okay. They're showing the road. All right. Let's show you this. Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. So he'd have been traveling up that way, and then right along there is where he crossed. Now, right along there is where he crossed. And then when he comes on up, he crosses right there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then show the rest of the road. He goes on up, keeps on going. There's pieces and parts to his car right there even. Look at that. Dear Lord. And then keep on going to the car. I think, they didn't right there, but they will in a minute. It's a ways on up there before you get to where the car is. So, may not be an end to his career. I'm not going to say it is, but it's definitely going to make anything he does harder now. if he's got broken legs. And they're not surgically repairing the leg unless it's, sadly, unless it's about to, other than if it's, unless he almost cut it off, which we don't want to hear that. But hey, we just don't know. We just do not know where his situation is now. They're showing the car some more. We don't, and you don't know how high that. Anytime it flipped, it was a rollover accident. There, they made it clear. It was a rollover accident. The front end, the engine, the hood, the whole front deck of the car is pretty much gone. All right, Kevin, you're more than welcome, my friend. And right now, there's been no news, no further news as to his to what kind of shape he's in. Tiger Woods injury report. Tiger Woods in surgery for multiple leg injuries. And the thing is, let's say it's both legs. Let me tell you right now, that will be very, very difficult. The only thing that could make it harder on him is if his arms were hurt. But with leg injuries, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to ever play again. I think to play competitive golf again. Right now, no new news is in. They may even take somebody out on the site in a minute. Mark Steinberg, his agent, where he suffered multiple leg injuries. He is currently in surgery. And we will see what happens. Now they're actually showing the front of the car, and that is, it is nothing short of. He's the greatest in my opinion. He should retire. Now, he and Jack Nicklaus both were great. Jack just didn't try to make things tougher on himself. Tiger's never taken the easy way. A lot of times he ended up not doing the smartest of stuff. They're gonna show us the front of the car now. Now look at this. And he was coming from the other way, so he may have flipped front to back type flip. That's the front end of the car. And look at that. I mean, my God. It's just crazy. Nuts. I'll show some more here. Could be probably a rental car if I was betting on it. He lives in Florida. He's out there in California right now. Looks like a nice day, so it doesn't look like rain, anything like that played a part in it. Doesn't look like any weather played a part. Probably not. I guess it could have. We just don't know. We just do not know. This 23rd day of February, 2021. 2/23/21, Tiger Woods in single car vehicle rollover accident LA, 7:12 a.m. this morning, 10:12 a.m. Eastern time. So it's almost been 6 hours. And extricating him probably took an hour. If I was guessing, I would say they didn't get him out of that car at least until 8 o'clock. May have been later than that. Then they got to get him to the hospital, prep him up and everything. He probably was in surgery by 8:30, something like that, 8:45, maybe even 9 o'clock, which would have been 12 our time. He could definitely still be in surgery. He's probably been in surgery now a little over 4 hours. My opinion is he's still in surgery. If not, we would probably know something else by now. Generally, if you're out of surgery, it doesn't take over 30 minutes to wake up, something like that. 45 minutes to an hour to get a clear head. We will not be hearing from Tiger Woods. I can promise you that today. His agent, PR person, or whoever will be the ones that speak on his behalf today. So let's see what happens here.
I'm Rich Lerner from our Golf Channel studios in Stamford, Connecticut. This afternoon, some breaking.
He has 2 or 3 kids.
The greatest golfer of all time, Tiger Woods. He was in a single car accident in Southern California. We're just learning now that the injuries we're told are not life-threatening. Again, not life-threatening, but it is a
not life-threatening injuries, guys.
Again, this happened in the Los Angeles area. Here now the statement from the LA County Sheriff's Department on February 23rd, 2021, about 7:12 a.m. So just after noon in the east.
He's got a daughter and a son, I think.
Department responded to a single vehicle rollover traffic collision on the border of Rolling Hills Estate and Rancho Palos Verdes. The vehicle was traveling northbound on Hawthorne Boulevard at Black Horse Road when it crashed. The vehicle sustained major damage. Statement goes on to say the driver and sole occupant was identified as Eldrick Tiger Woods. Mr. Woods was extricated from the wreck with the jaws of life by Los Angeles County firefighters and paramedics, then transported to a local hospital by ambulance for his injuries. The traffic investigation is being conducted by investigators from LASD Lomita Station. And now the statement from Tiger's longtime agent, Mark Steinberg. Tiger Woods was in a single car accident this morning in California where he suffered multiple leg injuries. He is currently in surgery, and we thank you for your privacy.
How about talk to Randy? No.
Now this from the commissioner of the PGA Tour, Jay Monahan. We've been made aware of Tiger's car accident.
Somehow.
We're awaiting further information. When he comes out of surgery on behalf of the PGA Tour and our players, Tiger is in our prayers and will have our full support as he recovers. Todd Lewis is at WGC event.
Saw him last night
in Bradenton, Florida, on the west coast of the Sunshine State. And Todd, what more?
Not last night, night before last.
This morning, out in the Southern California area.
Well, he was in Southern California primarily over the weekend to talk about his trip at the Genesis Invitational last season.
So Tiger was in for his tournament, the Genesis Invitational, over the weekend. That ended Sunday. And he stayed out there in that area for whatever reason he wanted to, which he doesn't have to get in there. Have a reason. He can go where he wants to. But it's believed he's still in surgery. Non-life-threatening injuries. But you got to think some of these injuries could be career-threatening. That's the problem. That's the problem we're looking at right there, career-threatening. You can shorten your own career a lot if you're not very safe out there, stuff like that.
Make a full recovery from this. I don't know whether you've been on the course, whether you've been in the range or whatever, but isn't everybody going to be talking about it there?
Not yet. I don't think most of the guys who are out there either they noticed it on their phones, but I don't think really everyone knows yet. Obviously, once you walk inside the clubhouse, all the TVs are on with it.
Wow. So some of the players were doing practice rounds today, and they're just finding out about it. Justin Thomas. See what Justin Thomas has to say.
Gonna be talking about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sick to my stomach. You know, it hurts to see one of your, I mean, now my closest friends, you know, get in an accident. And man, I just hope he's all right. Just worry for his kids. You know, I'm sure they're struggling.
And Justin Thomas has developed a strong relationship with
Justin Thomas and Tiger Woods are very close friends, live close together down in southern Florida. And you could tell on Justin Thomas's face, you couldn't see it on my report here, but on his face, he looks very, very, very concerned. I'm watching the Golf Channel right now. I'm going to flip it actually over to Fox News. Let's see if they're covering anything. Fox News. They're probably covering it too. If Fox News. Fox News Channel. There we are. Probably got to be talking. It is. Tiger Woods recently underwent back surgery. Yeah, we knew that. And
person is awake, responsive, breathing on their own. That sort of tells you sort of what's going on from a neurologic perspective. And then, you know, from there, you're evaluating very quickly based on laboratory evidence and imaging, if that's available, you know, how to best proceed.
Single person car wreck too. So we know now he's the only one that was in the car. We didn't know that earlier either. Saying it was a single car accident, but they did not ever say he was the only person in the car. Now we know that. CNN. Speed may be a contributing factor.
His life has not taken the turn that it did, both with scandal and with injury. That element of what might have been is also part of an athlete's story sometimes. Just one thing I want to update. We, as well as everybody else, has been reporting on
CNN's covering it as well then.
And now it has happened in breaking news stories.
ESPN. You know they own it.
A sport appears to have ostracized disenfranchised communities. At least it gives that impression. The bottom line is that you're not going to see yourself gravitating towards that. You can look at the sport of tennis. Arthur Ashe participated, but when Venus and Serena Williams came along, all of a sudden you have black folks paying attention more than ever.
FS1.
Well, the same as
anything but CNN and Fox. See what FS1 has to say. Oh, they're not talking about. They're talking about LeBron. Wow.
Or anybody else, because LeBron uniquely has been the guy who has demonstrated that when we all question what's he doing, why is he doing it, he's come out on top as a result. Let me go here, Slick. I'm a bomb that number to one of my own. Remember, because
you know, LeBron is their daddy.
If nobody else, we can compare him to Tom Brady. Fair? Nobody else can compare him. That's fair. Okay. Now remember what happened when Tom Brady played early on, and I don't know how much football you watch, but
They're saying you can You can compare LeBron to Tom Brady. I don't even think you can compare LeBron to Michael Jordan. That's me, though. You know how I feel.
Now, Tom Brady won his 7th Super Bowl. Who tweeted out very quickly the congratulations.
Let's see what else.
Also keeping in mind his fear. LeBron James probably wants to do that as well. But remember, Tom Brady, who LeBron is watching, he ain't doing it on his own.
Golf Channel.
He ain't doing it on his own.
I do think that he's right about the fact that the Tiger Woods that I've known through the years wants to win every single time that he steps.
They're showing the hospital now. Larry Harris, who is doing this comparing. Oh, FS1. Yeah, so does LeBron. LeBron gets everybody in the world come on out with him. There's Tiger's car. That's there. Taking the Harbor UCLA Medical Center. He's been going under surgery, and they feel like his surgery should be completed by now. So they're hoping to have a statement before. I meant Tom didn't ask every superstar. Yeah, Tom Brady has people following him like a plague. They want to come play with him. And I don't know nobody that takes a pay cut like Tom Brady. Can we think of anybody in history that want to win so bad that a team sport? I'll take a pay cut. Go get some more people now. The best way to get people is with money. That's the best way to get them. But that car is tore to shit right there. Tore up. So Pablo Montoya. So there you have it, guys. 23rd day of February, 2021. Tiger Woods. They feel like speed may have played a part in it, but we don't know whether he was maybe having some sort of attack. Yep, it happened 7:12 this morning, so 10:12 Eastern time. So roughly about a little over 6 hours ago. And no doubt about it, speed played a contributing factor because they showed the black marks. We just don't know if he had his wits about him. We don't know whether he was on medications, alcohol. I will be holding a press conference in front of Lanita Sheriff's Station today at 3 p.m. Just seen the awful news. We know how tough you are. We've seen it 100 times. Hoping and praying you're okay. You're okay, my friend. Justin Rose. Prayers for Tiger Woods, Harris English. So they're sending a lot of tweets out praying for Tiger Woods right now. Lindsey Vaughn. What's up, Darius? A-Rod. Thinking of him and his entire family. Yeah, that's the thing to be doing. So Tiger Woods involved. Yeah, well, he may be done by now because it happened 6 hours ago. Generally, the Jaws of Life takes anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours. But he was not that far from a hospital, so he's had at least 3 hours worth of surgery right now. I'm not sure. We'll see if it's more to it, but if it's just his legs, especially if we got to put screws and stuff in it, it could definitely be longer. Could definitely be longer. We'll see. I don't think we'll be talking to Tiger, especially the next few days. My bet is he'll be in the hospital now for at least a week, maybe 10 days. We'll see. If I were a gambling man, I would say more likely he'll be in at least until Monday, and maybe a lot longer than that. Right. The Genesis Invitational was last weekend. It's like a pre-hosted race. He tours around the area during the tournament, trying to draw more interest for it. And Tiger Woods' name is on the placard there. Genesis Invitational, brought to you by that blah 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 and Tiger Woods. And so he wasn't that far away from where the Genesis was held this past weekend when he wrecked, but he was in a very much so residential area, going way too fast, and we just don't know anything else. We don't know whether he was on medications. I just don't know. So we will see some more about what's happening. I may try to get back on here tonight. We'll see. I'm not gonna promise, but I'm gonna certainly try to. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Let's hope Tiger Woods is fine, and prayers to each and every one of you out there as well. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.